Persons in this newscast are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Are we ready?
You're listening to Hollywood on Motorcycle Madhouse on iTunes and all major podcasting platforms.
Man, how you guys doing? That was Glow from Hollywood. Well, no, actually it was Hollywood from Glow, man. That middle 80s stuff. Got a great show for you today. We had the trial coming to a conclusion in Las Vegas for the Vagos. Also, I get a question a lot and often. What does it mean to be throttled down on this platform? If you're over on motorcyclemadhouse.com, I am talking about YouTube. It's real tricky over on this channel. Anything that has to do with news, there's some fact checking or whatever it is. And most of the time, they try to get you to go to, say, Fox News, to CNN, all these major mainstream media outlets. So, yeah, we got news in our title and we got biker news. So what happens is they won't show our material on the search or any of the search engines like they used to, because we got news in there in the new rules that they came out with. And I think that's regrettable, because there is a lot of independent people out there. You got Tim Cash, you got, well, he's Tim Pool, you got H.A. Goodman, you got the Black Conservative Patriot. You got a lot of them out there that do their own independent thing. They go to the political rallies and stuff. They get throttled down just as much as we do. So basically what we have is our subscriber base. You guys, if you can pass us along, that would be great, because again, we get throttled down pretty hardcore, man. Pretty hardcore. It used to be we get a ton of views, and now, that's why we got our other platforms. Motorcyclemadhouse.com, our radio podcast has always been the bread and butter for us. YouTube, we love being able to communicate. It's easier over there. Of course, we got our Facebook. I'm doing videos over on Instagram, as well as getting a second station up and going. I got one video over there. I'm going to be doing one this week. My thoughts on and it's not biker related over on that channel. Those are my personal thoughts on what's going on in the country, around the world, everything from politics to rights, freaking gun rights, the whole 9 yards. So that's that channel. So don't confuse it with Insane Throttle. Because I know there's been some comments, well, you're a biker, blah, blah. This is my personal opinion channel over there, okay? And just get used to that. But anyway, go ahead and share us on the platforms. I do got a new video over on Instagram. It seems like some schmuck over at Ride Apart. He put out an editorial because they're in New Hampshire. They're going to, with this helmets right stuff, and he says, well, it should be safety over rider's choice. So yeah, you might want to go take a look at that. I did a video over there on Instagram about that. But right now, let's get into your news real quick. Las Vegas Review Journal. We have the lengthy trial nears end for the Vagos Motorcycle Club members. And this is by Rio Lanchetti. This was updated actually on the 3rd, and it goes on to say the end is near in the federal racketeering trial, meaning RICO. Now, with RICO, this was a law that was originally intended to go after the outfit and all the syndicate, mob, for those that don't know Chicago speak. In the late 70s, and the federal government has really taken this law to the extreme to start using against other organizations other than what it was intended for, and really it's gotten out of hand if you ask me. The trials against 8 members of the Vagos Motorcycle Club, following months of testimony and unforeseen disruption to a trial that initially was expected to wrap up last year. Now, it was funny, I believe in this trial, where I think he was a member of the Vagos. He went to go testify. Then they found out the guy was lying. Then the prosecutors had to drop him. A lot of drama in this case. Monday marked the first day of closing arguments in the Vegas trial. Lead federal prosecutor Daniel Shaish spent about 3 hours carefully laying out for the jurors the most significant evidence presented during the trial, which began in late July. Yeah, that is a huge freaking time for this trial to keep going, stating that the government had delivered beyond its burden of proof. Quote, while the defendants have been charged with conspiracy, the essence in what were proven is the agreement. The court has said we don't have to prove that they actually engaged in interstate commerce, although we did. We don't have to prove that they robbed or committed racketeering activities against certain people, although we did. So, wait a second. Oh my God, they don't have to prove these type of crimes. And this is the thing with these courts nowadays, especially that thing going down, and you can see it with that case in Texas with the Bandito. So he has a concealed permit, but you don't want to allow that into evidence. And here we got this dude saying they don't actually have to prove anything, but oh wait, we did. You know, that's just a freaking way of trying to get the jurors hooked. That's a hook, man. On trial are Vagos members, Pastor Palafox. He is an awesome guy. If you haven't seen his interview on YouTube, go check that out. Real good stuff. Then it goes into a couple other members that you can read if you want to go over to the Review Journal. The men previously pleaded not guilty to charges of conspiracy to participate and in racketeering enterprises, murder, and using a firearm to commit murder in retaliation to a crime. The charges stem from a 2017 incident accusing Vagos members of a slew of crimes dating to 2005 and spanning more than a decade, including the 2011 fatal shooting of a rival Hells Angel gang member in Sparks. See how this RICO works, man? They're going all the way back to 2005. What they do is they try to build predicates, and they take those predicates to the extreme, and then they just throw a freaking kitchen sink at you, and as far as charges are concerned, where you got to spend big money and hope to get out of it, because it is corrupt. But you know what? That goes against the fabric of our Constitution when you say, well, the government said we didn't have to prove this, but we did. Get out of here with the hook. Okay, you know, you have to prove somebody's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That is the bedrock of this country. And this right here, that is why RICO, it should be freaking abolished, man. It's just like that FISA and the Patriot Act. It just gives the government more freaking ways of taking down its own citizens. Unreal. Under the racketeering charge, in addition to the 2011 killing, the defendants are accused of robbery, extortion, kidnapping, and possession of narcotics with the intent to sell. More than once in his closing arguments, he also addressed the major trial disruption that was Gary Jabbers Rudnick, an ousted Vagos member who had cooperated with authorities and agreed to testify against his former allies in exchange for immunity. Always immunity, somebody trying to save their ass. In September, the government star witness admitted to repeatedly lying on the witness stand. There we go. So now he has to go back to the jurors and try to, make them forget about that. After spending 3 days telling the jurors that Vagos members had plotted the 2011 killing. So right there should be an acquittal, right? It should be an acquittal. A crime that has been described by authorities as part of a broader criminal conspiracy that involved the coordinated cover-up and threats of retaliation against gang members who cooperated with law enforcement. Attorneys for The defendants tried and failed to have the murder and conspiracy charges thrown out, and the trial resumed in late November. Well, of course not. If the judge says, hey, we don't have to prove this and prove that, why would you expect them to throw it out? The guy lied right on the stand. It should have been a mistrial. Now what Mr. Rudnick did on the witness stand is absolutely reprehensible. You have the right to reject all the testimony, or you can look to the testimony and see if there's any truth to some of it. And the judge allows this. What happened to equal justice in this country? We are seeing all the way from the top down that it's not working. It's these career bureaucrats that are running roughshod over our rights, and we're letting them do it. Several times, money attorneys for the 8 defendants questioned the accuracy of portions of his closing arguments. Most were overruled, oh my God, no shit, by U.S. District Judge Gloria Navarro, who said more than once, Money, that it was the jurors' responsibility to recall the accuracy of the facts. Let's see here. The closing arguments in the case were expected to last a week. You know, this has been going on since last year. You know what? That does upset me. And a lot of people do not know the reason a lot of this stuff goes on is because you don't get out there and get involved in what's going on in your country. Oh, we don't want to vote this. And I'm not talking about specific parties or nothing. No, you got to get involved in the actions, or how can I say, you got to get involved in the direction of where this country is going to go. You either want your rights or you don't want your rights. Now, in this case right there, they had a known liar on the stand, and the judge allowed it. Should have been a mistrial right from the beginning. Anyway, let's go to the MiamiHerald.com and let's see what we got going on here. A Key West man who belongs to the Pagans motorcycle outlaw gang was arrested after police said he pulled a knife on a visitor for wearing biker vests he bought on Amazon. He had every right to do that. You know what? That is the problem with these Chinese companies. They are just selling this crap. They're taking our intellectual property. I've had it done with our book. Oh, was I pissed about that one. And it took a while to get that one fixed. But anyway, you can see all the major 1% club colors up there. These Chinese companies, all they do is rip them off and try to sell it to freaking schmucks like this. And then there's all kinds of problems. Michael Robbins, 52, was jailed on charges of aggravated assault, aggravated battery, robbery, misdemeanor battery, criminal mischief, and a felony charge of gang-related activity. Yes, there you have it, the gang-related activity. That's the big one. Robbins is at the Stock Island Detention Center on $100,000 of bond. Robbins, who wore a shirt that read Pagans Key West, said he was a pagan club member while being booked into jail, but didn't make a statement, the police said. He was arrested Sunday morning at his home on White Street. The alleged victim, 36 of Virginia Beach, said he and his friends decided to wear fake motorcycle cuts. How did that get you, you dummies? Or vests for fun while riding their bicycles to a Key West bar on Saturday night, according to the police report. The friends bought the vest, sometimes called cutoffs, okay, on Amazon for $15 a piece. Don't risk your safety trying to look cool for $15. If you want to be in a motorcycle club, go out there, do it the right way, and you know what? Don't cry when something like this is happening, because these guys put in a lot of damn work to get their colors, and then you go around acting like that, and you bought them on Amazon and wonder why you get the hell knocked out of you. Each of the cuts sported patches on the front and back that read Roman Empire's Oceania. The night out drinking, those ended badly for one of the men. Patrons at Sloppy Joe's bar on DeVille Street were giving the group a hard time for wearing the vest, police said, and the Virginia man decided to leave the bar for his hotel room. He walked out on Duval and headed towards his bicycle, which he had locked up nearby. At the corner of Duval and Carolina Streets, he was approached by Robbins, who made reference to the vest. Before the men could answer, Robbins punched him in the face and then ordered him to hand over the vest. Robbins told the men he was in pagan territory and that if he saw him in Key West again, he and his pagan friends would be beat up again. The visitor told Robbins his cut was part of a military group. Let's see if they testify against them. They were in the frickin' wrong. They should just take the black eye and walk away. Don't be doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? Don't do dumb shit. So, anyway, let's go to our last one. Local motorcycle club wins national award. Rock and roll. To the Square Deal Riders Motorcycle Club is officially the American Motorcycle Association's Club of the Year. Hoorah! Wow, that's awesome, guys. Quote, we're all like a family. We all work together, and it's really a great honor. It makes all of the work worth it. Vice President Mike Williams. Square Deal made the cut of over 1,000 clubs nationwide. We have about 1,100 to maybe 1,200 organizers throughout the country, and Square Deal Riders, here is one of our top clubs, according to the AMA. That is badass right there. Congratulations goes out to the Square Deal Riders Motorcycle Club, AMA's Motorcycle Club of the Year. Well, there you guys have it in the news. What do you guys think about this RICO stuff, man? I think it's gotten real out of hand, and some of these freaking rulings that these judges are making, I really believe go against every basic right guaranteed in the Constitution to us. When you have the government say, well, they said we didn't have to prove it, and then try to hook the jurors with that, hopefully the defense rides roughshod over that and rides roughshod over that freaking rat liar that was on the stand. You know what? His testimony should have been thrown out and a mistrial declared in this case. But again, let's hope the jurors see through something like this, because it can happen to them. What a lot of people don't understand is when you see something happening to somebody else, it could damn well come bite you in the ass. It could be your turn one day. So don't get out. I have one guy that always says on these videos, well, guilty until proven innocent. No, this is the United States of America, and it's innocent until proven guilty, idiot. You know, it's really interesting how some people really think, well, their rights mean something, but your rights don't. That's not how it works in this country. It don't work that way. So that is the Vagos trial. That will be ending with closing arguments sometime this week. And hopefully you guys learned by the second story, don't go on Amazon and buy fake cuts. What is wrong with you people who do that kind of crap? I remember there was a guy who actually went on and bought a Hell's Angel patch. And then he's wondering why he got caught up with it. It's just asinine. You know what? Be independent. You'll have more freaking fun. But going and trying to buy something that other people will put their lives in danger or put a lot of hard work into, that's just asinine crap, man. Again, congratulations on the Square Deal Riders AMA Club of the Year. You guys rock. That's some good freaking news. Don't forget to get over on our Instagram and check out the other videos, and I will have some thoughts coming on my other channel probably in the next day or two. So go over there, check it out. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all your support. Leave your comments in the comment section below.